Hi, and welcome to day 19 of Inktober Tangles Challenge 2022. I'm Anica Gabrovic, a certified Zentangle teacher from Croatia. Thank you for drawing with me. So, as I need to, transition to the next tile, I'm just adding one little piece of a tape to keep these two together while I make this transition. So it's much easier than it would be to try to, rotate the tile and move it without them being attached. Day 19 features Zentangle's Tangle tag. It's also one that there are not many tangles that I use often in this challenge. So tag is very simple. You basically start by drawing. I wanted to start here, but maybe I will start like here. So you start by drawing this teardrop shape, and then you add here at the root of it some kind of a seed. And if you want, you can embellish it. So now I'm adding an aura line, but you might want to do something different. After you are done with the first one, they just grow organically from each other. So I will just keep adding the new ones. And they just naturally grow like radially. So they spread kind of in a circle. And again, I'm having issues with transitioning to the next tile because of the gap between the tangles, or between the tiles, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about how I managed to draw this one in a weird way, and this is why I kind of stopped as I was talking. Sometimes it's not easy to, coordinate what you are saying with what you are drawing, and maybe, thinking something completely different. So if you've been in my position, then you know, because sometimes you are trying to mentally process something that you are not saying, and while you are drawing, it's not easy. Obviously, the best way to draw is just to do it in silence, or maybe listening to an audiobook or to some kind of a podcast. This is what I like. Or to some lovely music. But if you are a Zentangle teacher, then sometimes you need to speak and draw. So this tangle is quite, straightforward. I'm not sure what to do with these gaps between them. Maybe some of them can be filled with some more tangles like this. And then I thought about, the obvious solution, like filling it with orbs or tipple, but I think I will just mostly ink in whatever's between the tangles. But I might combine inking in with tipple or orbs. Maybe I will add a few tangles here and there. It's so simple. You see that I'm drawing, but this is a kind of a tangle where you typically would not ever draw just one. There's some really powerful standalone tangles like Muka or this kind of a flower type tangle, something that's really bold and eye-catching. But some of them, like TagH, this one, or maybe also Flux or similar tangles, are just so simple, and they usually appear in company of a number of the same ones, at least in my art making process. It might not be the case for you. So I'm done with this line work, and I'm thinking about adding something, or maybe not. I think I will just try to add some dynamic to it by shading it. It's interesting to observe how this new tile is lighter than the old one, because of this quite heavy shading. It's just inevitable that some of the graphite trace will be smudged all over the tile, even if you are trying to be careful. Well, the way to avoid it would be to place some kind of clear paper or even clear plastic, piece of plastic or foil or something like that, and then, you know, protect whatever you are drawing and keep your hand on this piece of paper or whatever you choose. But I'm not that kind of a tidy and well-organized tangler. I just have to admit it. I don't do it because, you know, I like to do it as simple as possible. And, you know, smudging the paper is not the worst thing that can happen. I think it's just inevitable, and I don't make a fuss about it. It's like, you know, it's smudged, but I think it's just, it was given some love and attention, so there's some marks. That's fine. It's better than having a bunch of totally empty tiles without ever drawing on them and smudging them. So, you know, drawing on them and smudging them is the best thing that can happen to them. And just adding this white trace inside my border, because I didn't do it before. And then I will certainly, but maybe I need to switch to an 08 or maybe even an 05 to add the white highlight in this outer part, and probably also in this kind of a seed inside. And now I'm going to try to highlight these that are, you know, transitioning to the other tile. This is actually the downside of this way of, you know, drawing and filling the tangles. It would be easier in this respect, you know, if these tiles had straight edges, but I actually love, I mean, I'm such a sucker for these details. I absolutely love these edges of the paper, and you know, I did buy the white Fabriano Tiepolo paper, which is the one that Zentangle uses it locally. But I just love, you know, these original tiles with these edges, and then whatever's, you know, the background logo and everything. And if you follow my drawings, then you know that I tangle a lot also on the back of the tile. Well, now that I look at this, it kind of seems as it's somebody else's and not mine. And why? You know, because I usually tangle big and bold, so this is like out of character for what I normally do. Maybe I can just add a few big ones, you know, to... Let me just add not too many. But if you are, you know, repeating the same tangles, even just by alternating between the big ones, playing with the scaling, can add a lot of interest to your drawings. So it's definitely something to consider and to play with. Okay, these two sticking out, like poking out of this bunch of them that just are placed together, are really, you know, cute, the little rebels. I think that they are a cute detail, so a nice one to end tangling for today. And of course, as always, I would just like to say thank you for drawing with me, or maybe watching me draw. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.